Hey, what's good everyone? In today's session, we played two big double board bomb pots with some crazy action on the river. Alright, let's get it.
I belong to you.
I belong to you.
Do just what you want.
Today, I go play the 1-2 no limit game at the final table. I buy in for the max $400. I get my chips and head to the table. One of my first hands of the night, there's a $10 straddle on the button and the small blind goes all in for $20. I look down at pocket jacks and raise it to $60. The button makes the call and we go heads up to a flop. The flop is 3-9-3 with 2 spades. Action's on me and I bet out $50 and the button quickly folds. The turn pairs the board with another 9 and the river is a king. I show my jacks and the small blind mucks his cards and we take down the pot. It's always nice winning the first hand of the session. The following hand, I have 2-5 suited with diamonds on the button and the cutoff position raises it to $15. I make the call along with seat 9 and we go 3 ways to a flop. The flop comes out deuce 10 king with 2 spades. Action checks to the cutoff position and he bets out $25. I only have a pair of deuces and a backdoor diamond draw, so I just make the call and we see a turn card. The turn is a jack of clubs, now putting a straight out there. He then leads out for $35. Well, I really can't just call here, so I think about just folding, but then I decide to turn my pair of deuces into a bluff and raise it to $105. He instantly says out loud, all in, and I snap fold. Yeah, that didn't work. On to the next one. We play a double board bomb pot and get 5 cards. The flop on the top board comes out 10 king 6 with 2 diamonds and the bottom board comes out queen 5-4 all offsuit. Top board, I flop top 2 pair with a 10 high flush draw and the bottom board, I need a 3 for a straight with ace deuce. Action checks all around to me and I bet out $10. 4 players make the call and we go 5 ways to a turn. The turn on the top board is the ace of diamonds, now giving me a 10 high flush and more outs to a full house. And the bottom board is a 3 of hearts, hitting my gutter for a straight. Action again checks to me and this time I bet out $25. 3 players make the call and we go 4 ways to a river. The river on the top board is a jack of diamonds, now giving me the nut flush with my 10 of diamonds. And the bottom board is a 10 of spades, which doesn't change anything for me as I still have my straight. Action checks to me and I go all in for $244. Seat 9 calls and he has me covered, and then seat 6 makes the call for less. I take down a little more than half the pot on the top board with my flush, and then seat 6 takes down the bottom board with 6-7 for a higher straight. Seat 9 had the 9 high flush, giving him the second nuts flush. What a river. This next hand, I straddle $5 on the button and it gets raised to $15 by under the gun. Everyone folds. When it gets back to me, I make the call and we go heads up to a flop. The flop isn't bad. 5-3 jack with 2 diamonds and only 1 overcard to my pair. Under the gun leads out for $15 and I make the call. The turn is a 3 of clubs. Not too worried about that card as I don't think he has a 3 in his range. He leads out again, this time for $30. And I don't think about it too much and make the call. I'm putting him on an ace king type of a hand. The river is a 10 of clubs. Another overcard to my pair. This time, he bets out for a 3rd time for $50. I make the call and he shows jack queen offsuit for top pair and a decent kicker. I didn't think a pair of jacks would bet all 3 streaks, so I thought he was bluffing. Nice play by him to get max value from me. This next hand, I straddle for $5 on the button and 3 players make the call. C4 then raises it to $20. A few player folds and when it comes back to me, I have ace 4 of diamonds and I make the call for $15 more. and so does 2 other players, and we go 4 ways to a flop. The flop comes out a good one, 6-3-9 with 2 diamonds, and C4 bets out $70, leaving him only $10 left, and only I make the call. We go heads up to a turn, and it's the 10 of hearts. He then puts in his last $10, and I can make the quick call. He shows pocket queens. See you on the river, baby. And the river is the 5 of diamonds for the river nut flush. I stack them and take down the pot. QQ. Okay, here, there's an under the gun straddle for $5. Only the button calls, and when it gets back to me, I call blind for $30 more, just for fun. The flop is 10-7 ace all offsuit. First action's on me, and I bet out $2. Again, just for fun, and see what happens. Only the button calls, and we go heads up to a turn. The turn is a 9, and again, I haven't looked at my cards, and I lead out again for $2. And he just makes the call. I don't think he really has much here, especially if he's just flat calling my $2. And the river is a 3, and this time, I bet $10 blind, and he quickly calls. No idea if I'm good or not here, and I turn over Jack 8 offsuit for a turn straight. Wow, that's so sick. That's when you know you're running good, when you're playing blind and hit a gutter straight. Last couple interesting hands of the session. I look down at 6-7 of spades on the small blind. C3 raises it to $8, and the cutoff makes the call. I make the call along with the big blind and the under the gun, and we go 5 ways to a flop. The flop is 9-3 jack all spades, and I flop a flush. First action's on me, and I check. And it checks to C3, and then he bets out $15. Only me and the big blind makes the call, and we go 3 ways to a turn card. The turn is a 10 of clubs, which doesn't change anything. I check and both players check back. The river is a 2 of hearts, a complete brick. I lead out this time as I don't want it checking through, so I bet out $50, and then C3 makes the call. I show my 6-7 for my flush, and we're good. Last hand of the night, and we play a double board bomb pot. The top board comes out 3-10-5 with 2 hearts, and the bottom board is Jack 7-9 all offsuit. On the top board, I have the nut flush draw, and on the bottom board, I have 6-8 for a possible straight. C6 bets out $12, and I raise it to $25. C5 makes the call, and then so does C6, and we go 3 ways to a turn. The turn on the top board comes out the Queen of Hearts. Now I have the nut flush, and the bottom board is the 7 of hearts, now giving me another possible flush. It also does pair the board, so a heart on the river might not be good. Action checks to me, and I bet out $75. C5 then snap raises me to $200. I just make the call and see a river. I think he has pocket jacks and has the bottom board locked up because I have the ace high flush on the top board. The river on the top board is another queen, so I no longer have the nuts on the top board and losing to any full houses. So that's not good. But the bottom board, the river is an ace, giving me top full house, and I'm only losing to quad 7s. He quickly checks it to me, and he has me covered for about $500, and I want to try to get max value. I'm still putting him on jacks for a full house, and I'm pretty sure my ace high flush is good on the top board, so I go all in for $500 more, and he tanks for about 2 minutes. I'm hoping he thinks his jacks are good on the bottom board, and he thinks we're gonna chop, but eventually he ends up folding, and we take down the pot. I end up racking my chips and call it a night. Alright, just just got done with tonight's session, and overall it went pretty well. I was in for the game for $390 and out for $890. So came up exactly 500 bucks. You know, I got caught bluffing tonight with a 2-5 hand. I was trying to represent ace queen right there, trying to put any pressure on top pair. But then he snap raised me all in and nothing I could do but fold. And then that hand sent me back. But then man, we just ran hot tonight. So what can I say? Thanks for watching and see you on the river.